Good morning, Vikings. My name is Kayla Thompson with your morning news. Today is Wednesday, September 12th, 2018. Please stand for your Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Vikings. Happy Wednesday. I hope you've had a great week so far. I know that many of you yesterday talked to me about the impact of talking about the 9/11 events had on you and in your social studies classes as you remembered and you learned. It's very important for us to remember. I have been to all three of the memorials, Ground Zero in New York City, the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., and the site where the plane went down in Pennsylvania, the United 93 plane. So it's important for us to remember. If you have the History Channel, or if you go on YouTube and you search up History Channel, I recommend 102 Minutes That Changed History. So if you want to know a little more or learn a little more, 102 Minutes That Changed History is a documentary that was done. It only addresses the Twin Towers in New York City, not the Pentagon and the Pennsylvania issue. Okay, I hope you had a great day learning about that, and I thank you for your cooperation with that. I want to talk about iReady testing. Some of you have to finish math, so thank you for continuing to do your best and finish that up. We do need you to finish though as soon as possible so we can get the data and we can start working with you in your strengths and your areas of need. Many of you have had data chats with your language arts teacher or your reading teacher to see where you came out on the iReady language arts portion, and then you've been kind of setting yourself some goals on how to get better and the things that you need to learn and do. So we'll continue that with math as well. Boys and girls, you've probably noticed that there's a lot of visitors on campus lately, and you've seen me come in classrooms with visitors or other people come in classrooms with visitors who are people that you might not recognize. So these are people who are coming here to Walker Middle School to help us and to help us see how to help you do your best and be most successful. So you might interact, some of these people might come up to you and ask you questions about what you're learning. They might ask you about what task you're completing at the time. So I appreciate so much that you are putting your best foot forward and representing Walker Middle School well in all that you do, in your interactions with those adults and then your interactions with other adults here on campus as well. Because remember, we are Walker Middle School and we are going to display pride in everything that we do. Patience, respect, integrity, determination, and excellence. But I have to stop and tell you for a minute that we had a group of students who did not display Walker Middle School pride. So I just want to say that when you are at a sporting event, it is still a school-sponsored event, and going there is a privilege. And when you go there, you must follow all of the rules of the Code of Conduct. And so I heard that there were some students who were rude to some of the families who were visiting on our campus to watch a soccer game. And those students were asked to leave, but in the meantime, they had displayed something that did not match with Walker Middle School pride. And now the parents from that other school, whenever they think of Walker, who are they going to remember? Those kids that did not act appropriately. So you must act appropriately at all events at Walker Middle School. Okay, so I want to make sure that you display your pride at soccer games as well. Tonight we have an away soccer game, Lake Nona. We're going to Lake Nona Middle School. Go soccer team. I know you're going to do well. I'm going to be very proud of you. And I know our soccer athletes, our scholar athletes are conducting themselves appropriately. We need everybody else too as well. I think we have a home soccer game next week. So let's make sure that we're displaying our Walker pride. All right, last thing I want to say that's kind of negative, and then we'll end on a positive note. In the morning, when you come here between 8:25 and 8:45, you will be directed to a club or tutoring. I don't understand why it seems to be a surprise to those of you that every morning we're going out and directing you to a club or tutoring. I've said it at least 10 times. I've done phone calls and it's been in the newsletter and I've made announcements. If you are on campus from 8:25 to 8:45, you will be directed to club or tutoring. Now, I'm going to start disciplining students who are leaving campus. Once you step foot on this campus, you must stay. You are not allowed to run off. So I'm going to start calling parents, Going to start writing referrals, unfortunately, because you have to follow the directions that are given to you. If you don't want to go to a club or tutoring, which doesn't make sense to me, right? If I don't have straight A's in every class, I probably want to consider tutoring. And clubs, we're having fun in clubs. Clubs are not torture, okay? So I'm not sure why you're thinking that you would rather risk running off campus and maybe being hurt in traffic or something than go to a club. That doesn't make sense to me. But if you continue to do that, then you will receive discipline. So I'm going to do a phone call out to parents today to let them know if your child comes on campus, they have to remain on campus. And between 8:25 and 8:45, they will be directed to a club or tutoring. That's just the way it is. We can't keep you safe if we don't have you in a specific spot. All right? If you come between 8:45 and 9 o'clock, you will remain out front, you will be respectful, you will show Walker pride, and you will wait on breakfast to begin at 9 o'clock. All right? Okay, so I want to tell you some really great news, and that is that we have some teachers doing some remarkable things with technology around this campus. So if you have a teacher who you think is doing something great with technology, either through Nearpod or recording videos for you to be able to watch content, I want you to, when you see me, tell me so that we can highlight some of those teachers and congratulate them on their innovative ways that they're using technology in the classroom. And then when you just want to tell me about a great teacher that you have, I want to hear about that too, because I want to pass along the compliment. All right, so when you see me around in the halls, let me know about your great teachers, and then I'll pass on your compliments to them. Hope everybody has a wonderful Wednesday. Teachers, don't forget we have department meetings after school. All right, we'll give you the location if you don't know those yet. All right, have a great Wednesday, everybody. Be safe and kind.
Good morning, Walker, and happy Wednesday. Soccer game today. It's at Lake Nona. Girls and boys, I'll be there to cheer you on. So listen, there's testing going on in the media center today and tomorrow, first and second period. So I am going to relocate to the cafeteria. So I'll be there for tech issues and any students that need a device. I now have about 12 more devices. So if you need a device, please come see me this morning in the cafeteria so we can get those devices out to you. Also, hotspots. If you still have not received a hotspot and you need a hotspot, please come see me. I'm combing through the original requests from the beginning of the year, which many of you have already received one. So if you need a hotspot, please come see me so I can realign you with one that a person didn't want. Thanks, everybody. I also want everybody to know that these devices, let me remind you, are school-owned. Every single thing that you click on is kept in a history. We are starting to check histories because we're getting some red flags. So I really, really need you to make sure that you are only on your computers educationally. This is an educational tool. Thanks, everybody. Again, I'll be in the cafeteria first and second period, and then I'll be in the media center the rest of the day. If your teacher doesn't let you go during first and second period, come down. I'll have an amnesty day where you can come down and get fixed, or if you need a new computer. Thanks, everybody, and have a great Wednesday.
Good morning, everyone. This is Mr. Yeda, and I'm Miss Minudi. As part of Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, we want you to watch a video put out by Teen Line.
We here at Walker Middle want to keep everyone safe, and you can also help to keep your friends and family safe. In this video, it gives helpful warning signs to watch out for and ways to keep you, your friends, and family safe. If you fear that you or one of your friends is feeling suicidal, there are people you can always talk to. Your teachers, counselors, Ms. Minudi and Mr. Yeda, Safe Coordinator, Ms. Tolliver, our Dean, Ms. Hayward, and our administrators, Ms. Watson, Ms. Martinez, Mr. Davis, and Ms. King.
No problem is too big or small for Teen Line. We are here to help you. And you can call HOPE at 310-855-4673 or TLC Teen 800-852-8336. They are open toll-free number from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. And these numbers, we will leave them on the screen for you. Thank you and watch the video.
I have my ups and downs, just like anybody else.
Maybe more than anybody else.
I can be hard to figure out.
And I like my privacy.
I don't want you looking over my shoulder all the time.
But you know your kid better than anybody else. And if you think he's acting different than usual,
Acting really down, crying all the time for no good reason.
or getting really mad,
Not able to sleep or sleeping too much.
Shutting her friends out or giving her stuff away.
acting reckless, drinking, using drugs, staying out late,
Suddenly not doing stuff he used to love.
or doing stuff that's just not like him.
It might be nothing to worry about. It might just be high school.
Or it might be something more. He might be depressed.
Not just feeling down, really depressed.
It might be that your kid is thinking about killing himself.
It happens. More than you think. More than it should.
And people say, I had no idea.
I thought it was just a phase he was going through.
I never thought she'd do it.
I wish he'd come to me.
I wish he'd said
I
something.
wish I'd said something.
When it's too late. So if you think your kid's acting different, if she seems like a different person, say something.
Say, what's wrong? How can I help?
And ask straight out. Are you thinking about killing yourself?
It doesn't hurt to ask. In fact, it helps.
When people are thinking about killing themselves, they want somebody to ask.
They want somebody to care.
Maybe you're afraid you'll make it worse if you ask. Like, you'll put the idea in their head.
Believe me, it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't hurt to ask.
In fact, the best way to keep a teenager from killing herself is to ask, are you thinking about killing yourself?
And what if they say yes?
Or maybe.
Or sometimes,
Well, here's what you don't say.
That's crazy.
Don't be such a drama queen.
you're making too much of this.
That boy's not worth killing
yourself
over.
That's not going to solve anything.
You're just trying to get attention.
You're not going to kill yourself.
What you do say is,
I'm sorry you're feeling so bad.
How can I help?
We'll get through this together.
Let's keep you safe.
A lot of people think about killing themselves, adults and kids.
most of them never try it, but some of them do. So if your kid says,
I'd be better off dead. I can't live with
I'm
this.
gonna kill myself,
Take her seriously. Find someone she can talk to about it. Someone who knows how to help.
Sometimes kids want to kill themselves because something happened. A breakup, a failure.
But sometimes it goes deeper, and it's not going to go away by itself.
Get some help. Talk to your doctor.
Or a counselor at school.
Or your minister.
but don't just let it drop.
And make sure that your kid always has someone to turn to. Someone he trusts.
Make a list together, right then. 3, 4, 5 names.
Put a suicide hotline number on there too.
Have him keep that list in his wallet, so he always knows where to turn.
Make sure your home is safe. If you have pills she could use to hurt herself, lock them up.
If you have a gun, don't just lock it up. Get it out of the house. The bullets, too.
And one more thing. If you think your kid might be about to hurt himself, don't leave him alone.
Take him to the emergency room.
Call 911 if you have to.
We all have our ups and downs, but sometimes it's more than that.
If you think something's wrong, the only way to find out is to ask. Ask straight out. Are you thinking about killing yourself?
Don't wait until you're sure. Trust your gut.
Because it never hurts to ask.
And it can make a big difference.
All the difference. In your kid's life.